So this is the second game against Jack. Now I'm playing with White against him. The first game, it was a very nice one. He is going to put it in his YouTube channel, and I was winning somehow, but for some time troubles, I couldn't make it. So let's try this one.
In Bullet, I kept it very simple. I didn't want to overcomplicate things. But now that we've got the time to think, I'm very much looking forward for this c5. I know that c5 is her least favorite response from black, but we'll see how we go here.
And he plays c5, which I really don't like when I play London. Someone's plays c5 against me. But it's fine. I will just play e3, trying to develop all the pieces. c3 to defend the d4 pawn. And then I will play bishop to d3, knight to d2, short castle, I guess.
I'll approach. I think that c3 is wrong. Is it wrong because of c takes d? I think it's wrong because of queen b6, right?
He took it. And now I will just take with my e-pawn because I don't want to destroy this chain.
And now we go for queen b6. If I'm remembering correctly, I think this is pretty decent. Because if they play... Oh, maybe... If queen b3 and I take... Okay, they're playing queen c2. Can I play bishop f5? Can I play bishop f5?
Bishop f5? What is this move? Very interesting, because if I take the bishop, then he will just take my pawn and my rook. So I cannot take the bishop. If I play bishop d3, he will just take it and then again taking on d2. So here I have maybe two options. One of them is queen to b3, trying to trade the queens, and the other one is queen to d2. But I don't like queen d2 because again he can just attack my queen, and I somehow don't like my position. I guess queen to b3, it's the best option for here.
Okay. So queen b3 now. I didn't consider this. This is probably the better of the two lines. So if I play e6, the problem is takes, bishop c7. I think. I think that's a problem. So maybe I play rook c8, takes, and then play on from there. I'm banking on the fact that this knight is not very good. I can play e6 whenever I want. I don't mind rook c8. You know, you don't have to have this rook on this file constantly for a takes b to be a good move.
Maybe I can just take this. And if he takes, then the pawn structure is not good because of the double pawns. And then I can just play here, knight to d2 after. I guess I will take, and then knight to d2. That's good for now. White is good.
Knight c2 is interesting. It's knight c2. I don't think this is going to be a problem. I don't think c4 is going to be a problem because I can play knight b4. So let's just play e6. Open up the bishop. And I want to play bishop e7 and castles. Okay, bishop e4. Now, is this a problem? Okay, if I play bishop e7, c4, do I have bishop d3? If takes, I undouble my pawns, perhaps? Or I just take like this, but then knight e5. I don't really see a way that I can stop this move anyway. Maybe it's not a good move. Maybe I just take. I think, regardless, I think that bishop e7 is our only move. But it's nice to kind of get a better grasp on the position.
He wants to go castle, I guess. And What is the best move here for white? Maybe I will also go castle and then connecting my rooks. Yeah, why not?
Castles makes a lot of sense. I like castling also, just escaping this pin. I don't really like this 95 move. Um, so I think we can just save some time here and just follow suit. If
What about this move? Knight to h4, and I'm trying to trade this knight with this bishop, which is a little bit annoying to me, and I think it's a good move. Rook, knight to h4. Let's play that.
I could consider allowing this, to be honest. Uh, just having my bishop traded off. The problem is the e-file is annoyingly occupied. Although I could go ahead and play this, knight a7. This is one way to make it interesting. Knight a7 seems like a decent way to try and kick this bishop away. Let's say knight a7, takes. Bishop here, here, here. But there's just no real good way to open up the e-file. No, I think that's wrong. I think we should drop back with the bishop.
So I guess I will just take this and then h3, because after this move I can just go to h2 and I don't want to lose my bishop.
Just a very standard move. Okay. I'm going to continue with knight a5. Maybe there was also a knight a7, bishop here, b5, bishop here, and then I should have... that maybe was better. Yeah, I think if I went knight a7... Oh, but knight a7 there is just, bishop d3, so maybe I didn't... Maybe that was more of hope chess.
Knight a5. Why knight a5? I don't know why. I have no idea why knight a5. Maybe just want to go to c4. I'm not sure. But I think I will go knight f3, knight e5 is a good idea to bring my knight in the center. Let's go here. If he plays this move, I can play b3.
You might be tempted to play something like this, but after knight e5, they're just going to play f3, and it's a short-sighted threat. However, if you jump your knight into here and they play b3, they've weakened up this c3 pawn. So I think just jumping in the knight like this...
Knight c4, so let's calculate this together. If I play b3, after knight to a3, he is attacking my bishop and my pawn at the same time, which I don't like. So I think I should just take, and after he takes, then a4. Very interesting move. Yes. And if you just take with the rook, again a4. Because I should avoid playing b5, b4. And I should not let him to do that. But maybe if he takes with the rook, first I will go knight e5 and then that a4 move. I'm not sure. Because after this, rook a4, and then I cannot play a4 anymore. He can just push. That's not easy. That's not easy because there is a problem now. If I just go here, he can go here. And if I play a b3 to defend this, he can just take this pawn. That's the problem. So I think I should play this move. If he goes here, I will play b3.
Maybe... Okay, yeah, we have to address this first. You don't want to really... you don't want to get captured this way. You don't want to be put in the way of a discovery, we should come all the way back here and go to c8. We should watch out for this this potential fork. a4, a very smart move here. Okay, if I go knight e5 again, this is going to happen. Bishop d6 falls to knight takes g6, and if we take, they're going to take back and win a pawn like that. I wonder if now can we begin to utilize this open file. Try to get the other rook into the game. Maybe we can stack on this file and punish them for this a4 move. Not something that I hate. Everything is covered in the position. Let's try and attack this weakness. If they ever try and defend the weakness like this, another weakness pops up in c3. A little bit difficult to target, but then knight e4 does come to life, you know. Makes sense why we didn't play knight e4 earlier, because maybe later on it can be a decent move. Something that I really like to tell my students a lot is, if you see something that might be nice, but it doesn't really do anything for you right now, just leave it. So if there's a move like knight e4, but it doesn't do anything just yet, you really don't want to take that away from yourself and come back. You're improving white's position, and you're preventing yourself from having that opportunity later on in the game. So in a position like this, I mean, rook c8 is a consideration. I think rook c8 first. No, it's always defended by the bishop. I'm thinking of a way to stack up. Again, the knight can't jump in, so maybe we should stack up on a6. I'm just thinking, okay, let's say this. Let's say the knight might come in here. No, the knight can't come up here. Okay, I don't actually see much progress for white. Maybe the progress is here and takes. Here in c4, sorry. But this leaves a big weakness again on d4.
So rook a6, I guess he wants to duplicate the rooks by playing rook f to a8. And I think the position looks equal, but white is a bit better because of the pawn structure and because of this knight in the center. I don't know how can I continue. That's the problem. Maybe c4 if takes, take. I'm not sure really. What about f3? Just taking this square from the knight. f3 looks nice. And then maybe king will come to f2, e3. And now he's attacking my pawn. Oh, I missed something because after b3 he can just play b5. That's not good. I missed that. Up, up, up. I have no idea what should I do here in this position. b3, b5. I think it works because then I can just play rook to b1 attacking the b7 pawn, I think. So if it takes, I'll just take. And after takes, then I will take on b7. That's the only way to defend the pawn, I guess.
Ooh, that's a decent idea there, but I don't have to take. Takes. There is this with temper. I don't have to take. That is the important thing. Maybe now is when we start getting our king over into the game. We don't want to move this pawn. The knight is... It's very important that the knight is defended. Let's start moving our king. Just play a simple move. Simple positions call for simple moves. Maybe there's c4. That may have been an oversight.
I don't have this move because of the bishop. But what about this move? Yeah, I think this is it works because then I want to just play this move. Or this move. Better to go here. Because after this, then I will just take the pawn. Yes. Yes. I think it's okay. And if it takes now, I'll take. Takes, then takes. Oh, but there's a problem because after this, then he can just play this move. Oh, and then I can just take. Yeah.
I'm wondering, can I get away with this? Here, takes. Can I get away with this and just try and... I also like pushing. Here, takes. Okay, I'm gonna push. My plans are getting a little bit hazier, and they're being defended very well. If c5, I'm not too worried. I think I could probably get away with maybe rook c. Oh, but then my pawn might become a little bit difficult to defend. Here, if they go takes, I'm going to take. Let's play takes. Now this pawn over here is quite fragile. So let's play rook d8 to try and defend, to try and attack it.
Maybe bishop here. Yes, bishop here.
Can I go knight d5? Takes, can I play... Well, knight d5 is a little bit... I just like the imbalance. I like the imbalance quite a lot. I'm blundering a pawn here, but I can play f6 perhaps, forcing them to go out wide, and then I've got something like knight c3. Forcing them to come out here, knight c3 hitting the rook, also hitting the pawn.
Oh, he will just take on d4. I will go here.
Okay, this is defended. Am I too late? I think I am just a little bit too late with this, so I might just go and grab the free pawn. So this is defended. I'm not worried about it. Okay. We could probably just drop back. We can also check. Ooh, this is a nice move. It's not a check, but if they do take, we're going to take with a fork and trade something off. I think, yeah, rook b1 not even possible here. Ooh, that's a good response there. I think we can just improve our position also.
I have no idea. I really don't play good in time troubles, but I cannot do anything about this now. I just need to focus. And maybe I will survive. Maybe. Am I attacking this pawn? Ooh.
Let's play takes. Let's go back with the knights. We're heading towards here. Let's take. Check. And let's play rook a8. I've got this move, which is really nice. This b6, and then I can swing over to the other side of the board. It's going to be a time scramble again. We've got to 2 time scrambles.
Oh. Oh no. Oh no. I got him! I got him! Yes, finally! Oh my god, good game.
Not blunder. Oh, okay. I've lost on time. That was a good game there. Really nice game there. I would be so interested to see the analysis there. But yeah, really good game.